What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Littleroot Lettering. So, earlier in the week, we've played a couple more competitive teams, and today we're going to try something a little special. So, Volbeat gets Prankster Tailglow Baton Pass. Carl and I talked about this on the podcast that's going to come out Monday, so make sure you go and check it out. And so, I decided... I was working on a Typhlosion team for today, and it felt fine. I couldn't quite figure out exactly what I wanted to do with it. And so then I'm like, I just want to play some games. I want to play something stupid. And so I came up with Volbeat, and Tailglow is really good. It gives you a +3 to your special attack stat. You do 2 of these, you're maxed out. You can then baton pass into Alakazam or Heatran is the plan. Technically, you could go into Togekiss or Suicune as well, but typically one of these two is going to be alongside Volbeat out on the field. And it's just good. You have Prankster Recovery, thanks to Moonlight. You have Encore, which is just dumb because there's a lot of Pokemon who are trying to set up something in this format, and you just Encore them, and then their day's ruined. And it's fantastic. Encore has single-handedly won me more games than I am willing to admit. And doing the baton pass thing is good because it sets up a Mon to end the game. But for the most part, games come down to me encoring Mons. And that has just felt fantastic and stupid, and I love it. So then, let's talk about the support that we have around Volbeat. So Heatran is fairly slow. Originally this was Porygon Z because I thought that sounded really cool to pass into. And then I decided, nah, I really want just something a little bulkier. So we have Heatran here, we have 106 in your defenses, 91 HP, so we have max special attack, basically max HP, and then just a little bit of speed, because we're going to set up Tailwind with Suicune here, so that you can outspeed things. You also have Scald and Snarl to be able to potentially burn Pokemon, chip away at their special attack if you need to, Lefties, Protect, and then I just threw some EVs together saying, yeah, I really want to be bulky. 120 speed's pretty good, so we'll probably get to about there. Under Tailwind, that gets you to 240. That outspeeds a lot of things with Scarf. And then, just put some into your defenses so you can live some hits. So then, you pass into Heatran and or Alakazam. Heatran, you're going to have your Ipapa Berry, so you have some more extra recovery. I could see this being Shuka, just so you have a better matchup against Garchomp. But I think the rest of the team having Togekiss, Arcanine, Alakazam lines up better against Garchomp than Heatran anyway. So most of the time I'm not bringing this to a matchup against Chomp if I can avoid it. And just 3 damaging attacks and you have Protect here. There's really nothing special to talk about Heatran. Base 130 special attacks are really good. So getting to +6 with it seems absurd. So that's what the plan is. Crit Kiss here. My only damaging attack is Dazzling Gleam because I really wanted Yawn and Follow Me. And of course, Yawn plus Protect is just broken, so I want to do that as well. A little bit of special attack here, a bunch of bulk, a little bit of speed so we can outspeed, 0 speed, Togekiss. How many times did I just say speed in the same sentence? That was a lot. Regardless, bunch of bulk, bunch of defense, a little bit of speed, a little bit of special attack, nothing special. And then we have Arcanine, just because I wanted to be able to have an Intimidate user that wasn't Gyarados. I could see this actually being Gyarados since we do have Heatran. And then we can have Togekiss as well, so we have multiple things you can spam Earthquake next to, but Arcanine's fine. Also gives us Snarl, gives us Play Rough for opposing Garchomps, and we have Flare Blitz just because we need good stab damage. And then Alakazam is our other baton pass target. Typically, I don't I've passed a lot into Alakazam because mostly if I have Suicune or Togekiss out, they're either targeting down my Suicune or I'm clicking Follow Me with Togekiss so that Volbeat can pass safely. So then Alakazam comes in undamaged. Because this thing is pretty frail when you actually look at its stats here. 55 HP, 45, 95. Not the best on your bulk. Obviously your special bulk is pretty decent, but the big thing here is your base 135 special attack, your base 120 speed. So if you don't need Tailwind, passing into Alakazam is better. But if Tailwind looks optimal in the matchup, passing into Heatran is also just fine. So that's the team. I have won way more than I actually thought I would with Volbeat, and it's kind of crazy how much I've actually enjoyed this team. Every time I've won with this team just doing something stupid, I have just the ugly giggles is the simplest way to put it. So let's jump into some games, get here for game number 1, and we'll get to show it off. All right, so they have Rain with Magnezone Shedinja. So it's like Pelipper plus Kingdra, but they also have Entei and Torterra on their Rain team, so this is kind of interesting because like both of these mons don't particularly care about water attacks, but you also have Shedinja here, which could be problematic. Obviously we have Heatran and Arcanine for that, so I'm not overly worried about it, as well as Alakazam. We can just Shadow Ball it. So with them having this kind of setup, I think I want Volbeat plus probably Suicune up front. Like, I kind of want to just stall out the Rain. Like, Arcanine looks good against Torterra and Magnezone. Like, so does Heatran. I think I would rather have Arcanine just so I can intimidate down the Torterra as well. So I think it's going to be Volbeat Togekiss up front. I could also just, like, put this thing to sleep. I like Togekiss here. Nah, I lied. I want to snarl things. And I want Alakazam Arcanine in the back. Magnezone Torterra. Not quite the lead I anticipated. So let's see. I am going to click Tailwind here. I'm going to click Tail Glow because I can't Encore them into anything. And clicking Moonlight and or Baton Pass doesn't really do anything here on turn 1. So like, this is a pretty typical turn 1 setup. You just click Tailwind so you go fast. You click Tail Glow because you can't attack. So... and then depending on what our opponent locks themselves into could dictate what we do for the rest of this game. Like depending on what they do dictates how we interact with them. It's going to be Leech Seed on my Volbeat and Thunder Crit into my Magnezone. Let's go into Arcanine. And we can... what do we anticipate them doing here? I can Flare Blitz into Magnezone. No, I think the real play is I'm going to Play Rough into the Torterra, anticipating like they could double switch here. Yeah, let's play left Torterra and let's Tail Glow here. Yeah, there's the Pelipper. There's my Tail Glow. And we miss. I do get an EQ off. It does a non-zero amount of Arcanine, but that's fine. So I want to play off their Pelipper, and I want to Baton Pass. Let's just try to clean this game up. We still have Tailwind up, so if we can get Alakazam in safely here, we will be fine, but we are going to be taking a Earthquake from Torterra. And we miss. And the Hurricane, that does a lot, and Earthquake, and we're dead. All right, cool. So that game didn't go great. Torterra's really interesting. And we get Rain again. It's like, this is really weird because like Weavile is annoying. Like that's literally all I can say is Weavile is really annoying. We can't Encore them into Fake Out because they are a Dark type. And like the rest of their team, I don't really care about what they're doing. I think I want Togekiss plus Volbeat up front with Zam and Arcanine in the back. I think this is fine. So this gets to play around like Rain as a lead, which they do have here. I'm going to yawn their Ludi and click Tail Glow. If they go for a Fake Out here, I can lock them into it next turn, which is obviously very good. Here's my Tail Glow. I'm just going to Scald my Togekiss. I'm going to get my Yawn off. They're going to double Scald my Togekiss. They do get the burn, which is annoying, but I'm going to click Protect this turn. And I'm going to click Tail Glow again. Just setting up here. Don't mind the little bug. It's just doing its little dance. Look how cute it is. Alright. Scald. Scald into my Volbeat. Alright, that's fine. Ludi's now asleep. I can click follow me this turn. I'm going to click Baton Pass, and we're going to safely get into Zam here, which is going to outspeed everything except for Ludi on their team. But Ludi is a special attacker, so I don't really have to worry about that. We can go into Volbeat here. I'm going to click Moonlight, and I'm going to click Dazzling Gleam, because like doing spread damage here just to clean up this is really good. Gonna get a little bit of HP recovery. Goodbye. They do 50% to Zam. That's a lot. There's Kingdra. I'm going to click. Man, I really wish Rain had ended this turn. I'm going to click Moonlight, and I'm going to click Protect. That's really smart for them to switch out there. There's Muddy Water. Okay, so Zapdos is getting out of here. I'm going to Moonlight. Don't click the old Razzle Dazzle. Hope they miss my Alakazam. Okay, they're staying in. Oh, it's because they're Damp Rock. Damp Rock Poly. Well, opponent picked this game up and threw it in the trash can, I guess. Like, I mean, honestly, no, that is not an accurate way to say that. We got very lucky this turn by them missing their Muddy Water. Like, the fact that they switched out Poly last turn is actually, like, it leads you to assume that they are going to switch Poly back in to set up Rain. But the fact that Rain didn't end is honestly really awkward for us. The fact that we can't change the weather and we've ran into rain twice is kind of annoying, but like end of the day, it is what it is. We're 1-1 now, like 1-1 against rain, so it is what it is. I think passing into Alakazam is probably the best in that kind of matchup because like Heatran doesn't like water. So okay, this looks like justified Lucario things next to beat up Crobat. Is that a thing? Does Crobat get beat up? Let's see. If we sort by speed. No. No Crobat. No Tyranitar. Okay. So this is probably just like Inner Focus then. Double Inner Focus. Honestly, Heatran looks really appealing here. And I think I want to lead Suicune and Volbeat here. If they lead their Crobat, I can lock them into potentially Tailwind. And then I want Heatran in the back to deal with like all their dorks. Like Heatran threatens every single one of their Pokemon except for Milo, in which we can just Earth Power. And then I think I want Togekiss as my last because I don't really want to bring Arcanine into a matchup where I'm scared of Milo. So it's going to be Lucario plus Crobat as a lead. I'm going to click Tailwind. I'm going to click Tail Glow. No Fake Out, no nothing on their side, so this is pretty safe. Again, you know, this is just like stereotypical lead. We're doing what we want to do. This is definitely one of those teams of, like, you have, like, your competitive teams, and then you have, like, the do the thing teams. When I played Magic, that's what I always referred to these as. It's like you're trying to do one specific thing, and they taunted my Volbeat. That's really, really annoying, opponent. I would ask you to stop that. I'm gonna go into Togekiss. We get the crit on the Scald. They're gonna substitute with Milo. That's actually really annoying. A good Snarl, but that's just going to trigger competitive, so that seems really bad. And then I'm going to go for the old Razzle Dazzle here. Try to break their potential sub. And we pick up the Crobat because we critted, so that's obviously good. Togekiss does hold on. So now I can Scald the Lucario, and I want to protect this turn. This substitute single-handedly could lose us the game, I think. Honestly, I would be pretty okay if Togekiss goes down, because then I can bring back in Volbeat. Aura Sphere, my Suicune. Their Life Orb, Special, Lucario. Okay. Seems okay for us. So now we can Tailwind this turn, and I think I want Togekiss to go down. So going for a Follow Me here is pretty safe, because we actually get to eat up both of their hits. Life Dew. Well, that's terrifying. So I can Scald the Lucario, and I'm going to click, I guess, the old Follow Me. Okay, they're going to Protect. This Ice Beams, I go down, which would be ideal. Okay. Guess we click Dazzling Gleam. I want to break this sub. And we get the burn. That's good. Okay. Okay. It's all very good for us. Lucario goes down. Togekiss goes down. I get to bring in Volbeat now. I can Scald their Heatran. And I can click Tail Glow. I went for Ice Beam. I actually want to Encore the Milo because I don't want them to set up another sub. Okay. So now I can Scald here, and I can Encore the Heatran into Protect. And then from there I can Tail Glow. This game's gonna get really complicated. Yeah, that complicates things even more. So now I can Scald the Milo, and I can try to Tail Glow. Like, we just need to Thaw out. Oh, okay. We just instantly get it. Burn? No burn, never lucky. Okay, so their Encore is ended, so I have to Encore them this turn. Volbeat is so obnoxious. This is actually just ridiculous. Protect fails. Okay. And opponent has seen enough. They know that Heatran's never going to get to attack, and I'm eventually going to deal with Milo. Like, I have a Heatran in the back that's going to get Baton Passed at some point, and I have this Suicune that's going to be able to eventually burn their Milo, and they're not going to be able to set up a substitute. So that game was weird. Locking them into a damaging attack is not something I typically want to do, but it is like, I think in that situation it was the correct thing to do, because I don't know how otherwise we punch through a substitute Milo. That was a cool game. Volbeat came to play. And, like, surprisingly, you know, I have Sash on this thing, but, like, we have lived dang near every hit I've ever taken into it. I don't think I've ever actually been put down to Sash on Volbeat, which is really surprising. Heatran Crest. This is really awkward. I think this is probably like Togekiss Volbeat up front with Zam. I think I want Zam and Arcanine in the back because I want to be able to intimidate these dorks. Honestly, both of these dorks get beat up by Dazzling Gleam Zam anyway, as well as the Breloom. Like, all three of their physical attackers, Zam just kind of deals with. So I think it might just be Suicune, because Suicune can snarl these dorks. Yeah, I think this is fine. I think this is pretty okay. Chomp, Breloom. Okay. So I'm going to go for a Yawn into Chomp and Tail Glow. Ow. Okay. I'm going to click Follow Me. I'm going to click Moonlight. Okay, they're going to bring in T-Tar. Which is actually really annoying because now I don't get my full recovery off of Moonlight. I really need Togekiss to wake up. Honestly, I think I'm just going to Baton Pass into Okay, the fact that I got my follow me off there means I'm going to go into Zam. Because I'm immune to Dragon Claw, and I think this is... I think they're choice locked. I want to click Dazzling Gleam. Like, sure, Zam took a ton there from the Rock Slide, but, like, it's kind of fine. Because I just get to click Dazzling Gleam and blow up both of these. Goodbye. T-Tar lived. Rock Slide is going to be enough to pick up the double, but that's fine. Honestly, this is pretty okay. I'm going to Moonlight, and I'm going to Scald the T-Tar. Oh yeah, Bullet Seed's going to be enough. Yeah, sweet. Cool team. Breloom's really annoying. Breloom is ooh, this looks like a team that wants to not get... they definitely do not want to receive a Encore, so we're going to do this. Volbeat, does Volbeat outspeed Azu? What is max speed Azu? That's something I might need to be weary of, actually. I think I want Togekiss and... Like, okay, so this is not a game I want to Tail Glow, I don't think. I think this is a game where, like, I just want to lock them into something. And I think Heat Train is probably my best sweeper. It really depends on what Smeargle is doing. Smeargle could be really scary, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Alright, opponent. Alright. What do you got? Smeargle, Azu. Well, I'm going to click Tail Glow. And I'm going to click... Tailwind? If they have Fake Out on Smeargle, I can lock them into it next turn. I can also just go for... Encore into the Azu. Now that I have Tailwind up, I'm going to be faster than them. So I can Encore their Belly Drum. And click Scald into Smeargle. They got this special attack boost on the Smeargle. They also drop speed. But I think this is all fine. The fact that now I outspeed Azu is really good for me. Because I can reasonably... Oh, that's really annoying. Yep. GG, opponent. GG. I did not even contemplate follow me. I'm pretty sure we're just dead. Let's yawn the Azu and Scald. Okay. Suicune is faster, so that actually I want to protect and Scald this turn. And then next turn I can go for Yawn into Azu. There's the follow me. There's the Aqua Jet into my Togekiss. Okay, Smeargle down. Zong comes in. I think I just want to Scald into the Zong. They're going to protect. Are they going to Trick Room me? Okay, we get the burn on Zong, but they're Lumberry? Interesting. So yeah, we'll Yawn and we will Scald the Azu, I guess. No, I don't want to. Oh. Opponent smartly went for... okay. I actually don't know what their, like, game plan is. I'm really curious about what's going on. Okay, Aqua Jet's gonna take my Heat Train out. Euro Ball. Burn. Lumberry Zong is definitely a choice that I was not ready for. And then Play rough connects. Okay. Really cool team. Really cool team. That's actually the first time I've played against Smeargle with this team. And I just completely blanked on redirection as like an option. Obviously, that's very good for them. And I think the like fake out plus redirection is really good in specifically that instance where I can go for encore. Because like if we encore the Azu, it just doesn't do anything from that point. Maybe we need taunt on this team somewhere just so we can deal with Smeargle, but I think that's really niche. And like honestly, this team is just for fun anyway, but like optimizing it is really interesting. We don't get taunt, right? We'll get back to that in half a second. Yeah, no taunt. Okay, so this looks like hard trick room, but they have Scizor so they can like priority punch people. I'm going to go for Togekiss plus Volbeat. I want Heatran in the back because it deals with a lot of their team. And by a lot, I mean mostly everything. And then I think I want Arcanine so I can intimidate like the Hippo, Bronzong, and Scizor. And like then I hit super effectively into a lot of their Mons as well. So I'm going to go for a Yawn into Probopass. And I'm going to click Tail Glow. Okay, they protect. This should just be a Trick Room, but now that's fine because I can click Yawn and I can Encore the Bronzong. So you're going to reverse Trick Room, thank you. Ow. And now they go, I can click Protect and I can click Moonlight. And you're going to set up Trick Room again. And now I can click I can Yawn the Bronzong and Moonlight again. Okay, they're gonna set up Sand, which I am gonna get to Full, that's fine. We'll Yawn the Hippo. Then this turn I want to click Follow Me and Baton Pass into Heatran. Okay, there's a Rock Slide. Okay. And they're Lumberry Hippo. So we can go for another Yawn into... I think I actually want to protect Togekiss this turn. And I want to... Can Flamethrower or Flash Cannon? I'll go Flamethrower the Hippo. Okay, Probopass wakes up. There's Power Gem into Togekiss. There's Yawn into Heatran. But I pick up the Hippo. Okay. They bring out their own Togekiss. I'm going to go for... Yawn into Probopass and Flash Cannon into Togekiss. Togekiss holds on from Power Gem, that's good. But Beery is not enough to live a +3 Flash Cannon, so that's good. Heatran does go to sleep, but not Trick Room ends. And now I can Yawn the Bronzong and just try to wake up. If they set up Trick Room again, that's whatever. Okay, they have Earth Power Probopass. It's annoying. Gyro Ball picks up the KO. Intimidate the Zong. Probopass is back asleep. I can Encore the Bronzong into Gyro Ball this turn and go for Flare Blitz into Probopass. And they Gyro Ball into Arcanine. Okay. So now I can click Moonlight, go back up to full HP, Flare Blitz into the Probopass, try to take this thing out. Like, I think we have this game won, but it's just gonna take a few turns. Yeah, opponent sees the writing on the wall. We have revealed all of our moves with Volbeat, but so they know that if they take out my Arcanine, I can't do anything. But I also have them Encored into Gyro Ball, so like it's not going to do anything to Arcanine. And I have my Figgy Berry still, so like I'm going to be able to Flare Blitz them potentially twice to KO them. So That was a weird one. I definitely do think that like that could have gone either way. Probopass is a mon I haven't played against, and it was really unique there. Like being able to like be a special attacker sweeper under Trick Room is really interesting. Why do we keep running into Rain, guys? I feel like Rain's a really bad matchup for us. I think this is Volbeat plus Togekiss. The fact that they have two steel types means I don't want Togekiss. Let's do Suicune. I want Zam, and I want, I guess, Arcanine. I want Togekiss. Togekiss is really good. But yeah, Pelipper plus Ludi is really interesting. I still prefer Politoed Ludi as like my premier Rain team, but Pelipper's fine. I ran into Shockwave Pelipper. Was I recording? I don't remember, but I ran into it once when I really don't remember. I might be just recalling a battle that you all literally watched 5 minutes ago. So I'm just gonna stop talking. But like this team, it's really fun. I've genuinely enjoyed my games that I've played so far. Latios Raikou. So I'm gonna click Tail Glow, and I think I want to Snarl this turn. Really interested to see. This could be like Tailwind plus Thunderbolt my Suicune. And I think I just want to lower this Raikou's speed as much, or special attack as much as I can, because it really threatens both Raikou. I mean, it really threatens both Suicune and my Togekiss in the back. There's my Tail Glow. There's the T-Bolt. I'm just gonna drop a Draco. Okay. But now I can bring in Kiss. I can Tail Glow, and I want to Yawn the Raikou. So, like, obviously losing Suicune on turn 1 is not great. We're gonna go into Heatran. We're gonna set up Light Screen. But that's fine, because now I can Encore you into Light Screen. And I'm going to Yawn the Heatran as well. I honestly could just Baton Pass here. Baton Pass plus Protect. Zam has a really hard time beating up Heatran, actually. This is actually really interesting. I think Raikou switches out, so I think I want a Baton Pass plus Protect. Okay, they're just gonna stay in, actually. Set up dual screens, and they crit a Heat Wave. That's really bad for us. I think Shadow Ball Heatran is going to be my best option, and I want to click the old Razzle Dazzle this turn. Outspeed. Dang. All right. Well, we lost. We lost. That one's rough. That was. I think I should have gone for the Encore. Like, Reflect doesn't actually matter against our team, but locking them into Light Screen also doesn't really matter. So I guess, I don't know. I could see Tailwind. I've seen a lot of Dracos coming out from Latioses recently, so I don't know. Arcanine Crest, Breloom, Rotom, Lax, and T-Tar. I really want Volbeat. T-Tar has actually been like a big pain in the side of Volbeat, because they can like Rock Slide and then Sand takes me out. I think I want Togekiss, Heatran, and Arcanine. It's gonna be Rotom plus T-Tar. I'm going to click Tail Glow, and I'm going to Yawn into their Rotom. Because, like, I'm going to pass into Heatran, and this is a bigger threat to Heatran than T-Tar. Alright, well, I can just Encore them now. I can't encore T-Tar. I am dumb. I am very dumb. I am glad I didn't do that. I think this turn, I think just going +3 and baton passing is fine. And I want to protect this turn. Okay, there's a rock slide. Does a chunk. That also does a chunk, but now Rotom's asleep. And I got my recovery. So now I can go for... Let's see, Flash Cannon, T-Tar. And we will click D-Gleam. I'm going to click Follow Me. Because I could anticipate a... Okay, they're going to go into Crest. This is also fine. Crunch. We hold on. Flash Cannon KOs. Ooh, Kiss goes down. Okay. So I can go into Arcanine. They're going to bring out Rotom. I can go for Flash Cannon into Crest and click Snarl. This is going to lower the special attack on the Rotom, which is going to be potentially problematic in the end game. Crest is going to set up a Trick Room, but that's completely fine because like Heatran is slower than Rotom. So I think I just want to deal with this Crest and click another Snarl. Okay, we pick up the Crest, we Snarl their Arcanine, and then our opponent conceded. Okay, yeah, I mean, Sleep is really powerful. So like things I've learned from this format, your abilities definitely matter. Abilities are a very big deal in this format. Like, Magic Guard is fine. Having Inner Focus or Immune to Fake Out is good. Prankster was absurd. Togekiss's ability doesn't really matter. Like, you could be Syringrace or Super Luck, just like every other format it's been legal in. Intimidate's very good, but like, having access to Weather on your Tyranitar, your Politoed, your Ludicolo, your, like, all your weather-based abilities are very relevant. And so, like, things like Weezing being able to just turn off everyone's ability has been pretty good for me. But, like, talking specifically about this team, Encore Prankster was absurd. We were able to do a couple different things. Being able to Baton Pass into Heatran was very cool. Something that we're going to talk about a little bit on the podcast on Monday. So go check that out. And, like, honestly, this team felt pretty cohesive. There was a couple games where we're just like, well, we just lost this one. It's no big deal. It's whatever. And that's one of the glories of playing on Showdown is you just get to rapid fire games off. But Alakazam felt good when we got to do its thing. Togekiss being able to yawn things was very good. Like, status conditions are very big in this format as well. So, like, yawn, things like Spore on your Smeargles, your Breloom, stuff like that are also very good. The fact that Safety Goggles doesn't exist, so you can't just be stopped from Spore is very annoying. Redirection's also very huge because a lot of things are trying to set up in this format. And so, yeah, this team's very cool. It gets to attack on a completely different axis than, like, everything else I've played and everything else I've played against. And, yeah, so I think that's going to be it, guys. Volbeat's great. Suicune was very good, being able to enable things. Heatran punched really hard. Like, this team did everything I wanted it to and got to show everything off. So, thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll be back next week with a little more BDSP VGC. So, have a good one, everyone. Peace.